Hey guys, what's going on? Jebb here, and today we're going to be asking the question, is Bitcoin about to break key resistance at the $9,000 price level and potentially start a bull run for the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency markets here in Q2 of 2018, hopefully leading on into Q3 and Q4 of 2018. We're going to be talking about that, and we're also going to be doing some technical analysis here on some of the larger altcoins here in the cryptocurrency space. We're going to be talking about Ethereum, XRP, EOS, Litecoin, Cardano, and Neo, and I think we're going to be talking about a few more. We're going to be getting into that later on in this video, but if you enjoyed today's video, you should definitely think about dropping a like and subscribing, but I'll let you decide that after you watch the video, and you can make that informed decision a little bit later. But let's get right into it. Bitcoin is currently trading just under $9,000, as you would expect from that intro. The market volume is $6,300,000,000 dollars in the last 24 hours for just Bitcoin alone. The market capitalization is back over $150 billion. We were talking about that yesterday as being an important market capitalization figure. We haven't seen that in a little while. It's been a little while since Bitcoin's been back above that level. Bitcoin historically has, of course, been up in the mid $300 billion market capitalization when it was back up around $20,000 per coin. Could you imagine $20 billion per Bitcoin? It's changed. The movement in the last 24 hours for Bitcoin has been just around 2%. It's moved just a little bit. We've been oscillating just under that $9,000 level as we've been getting resistance there, as I said we would over the last couple of days and weeks. Ethereum actually did break $600. It's up around $630. We're going to be talking about that in today's video. As you can see, a lot of the big market leaders, a lot of these big altcoins are up, and some of them are up in double-digit percentages. Bitcoin Cash is doing really well lately. It's up 12%. IOTA's up 10%. They got a partnership recently. That probably was part of what caused that. Monero is up 12%. Monero's been doing really, really well lately. Some people in the Discord have been talking about Monero. Shout out to everybody in the Discord. If you want to join the Discord and come talk to some lovely, lovely people who love investing and especially talking about cryptocurrencies, then feel free to join the Discord. There'll be a link to that in a pinned comment at the top of the description, at the top of the comment section and in the description. Anyway. Tether is, of course, up 0.09%. If you saw my April Fool's video, you know that I'm a big fan of Tether. I think Tether is going to go to the moon. Zcash up 5.5%. Anyway, that's enough of that. You guys can look through CoinMarketCap on your own. No reason to spend too much time on that. The 24-hour volume for cryptocurrency is just over $20 billion. The all-time high for this market volume figure is up in the $50s to $60 billion range. That was back in mid-December into late December as Bitcoin was topping out and some of the altcoins were topping out. You can see the volume was quite high here. If we scroll over some of these candles right here, you'll be able to see, let's zoom in here to the year, and you'll be able to see that the all-time high for the market volume was up in the $60 billion range, up close to $70 billion. I didn't realize I'd gotten quite that high, so that's very interesting. And another important thing that we want to realize is that the market capitalization is getting close to $400 billion again, which would signal a 50% return to the all-time high, right around $830 billion, right around $800 billion, as we can see here on the chart. If we come in here to the 1 year, then we'll see that we are getting a little bit of a rebound here. As you can see, the all-time high for the market capitalization was, like I said, around $830 billion. We bottomed out here around 250. That is a very substantial retracement. I love context, guys. Context is key, Ben, if you guys get that reference. Context is very important. As we can see, we had a very substantial bear market, and I think a substantial bull market is coming. You know, guys, we had a great run in 2017, and we needed time to cool off. There's nothing wrong with a long-term bear market or a mid-term bear market like we've had, but I think the bottom is more than likely behind us. It may be a few weeks ahead of us, but I think it's behind us. As you can see, we're getting a little bit of a recovery here. The next real level here on if you want to do technical analysis on this, is $500 billion. We're going to be testing that. That's an important figure. Also, the Bitcoin dominance is starting to drop. I've talked about this in a lot of videos, so I'll be very brief here. The Bitcoin dominance is starting to drop as a lot of the valuation is moving into more risky altcoins. As we can see, it peaked out right around here at 45%-ish, up in the 46% range sometimes. And a lot of the valuation in cryptocurrency is starting to move back into the altcoins. All right, with all of that said, let's come here and potentially watch Bitcoin break $9,000. Actually, it's $2 under $9,000 on Bitfinex. If we come in here to the 1 hour, we can see a nice little green candlestick running up here to $9,000. We have actually broken it before, as you can see, with these two candlesticks right here and right here. But we haven't gotten a definitive break of it. As you can see, we've had just a very nice continuous run up here on the 1 hour chart, all the way down here at 8,000 when it looked like we were going to break 8,000. And over the last couple of days, we've been running up towards $9,000. Now, in the last video, I talked about why $9,000 is such an important figure, so I'll be brief here since I did just talk about it yesterday. But there are three real main reasons why Bitcoin or $9,000 per Bitcoin is a very important level of resistance. A big reason is that if we take Fibonacci out here, someone did point out in the comments section that 50% retracement is actually not a Fibonacci level, it's a Gann level, and they are correct. But 50% is used in the Fibonacci level because it's put on the Fibonacci level because 50% is a very common retracement level for cryptocurrencies. Anyway, 50% retracement from the bottom down here at $6,500 would be right around $9,000 up to our little double top up here at $11,700. That's part of the reason. Another part of the reason is because 9,000 is a big even, guys. That's a big reason why. And also, if we come out here to the day chart, then one of the moving averages is right around $9,000. As you can see, the 100-day moving average is coming down right here around $9,000. It's around $9,200 right now. That's a $9,000 is a pretty important level, and of course the next big level is going to be 10,000, and above that's 12,000 when we get up here to this double top. Anyway, guys, I think we are just about to break this level. I think that we are gearing up to break it. I think that that's probably going to happen. We've been testing it quite a bit. We haven't gotten a really strong rejection from it. As you can see here on the hour chart, we've been trading up here right around it for quite some time. We've been trying to break through it, trying to break through it. There have been some big sell walls on $9,000. It's a very important level of resistance for us, guys. There's a lot of resistance here. I think we are more than likely about to break it, though, because the market has been starting to recover. Pretty much everything bad that can happen, and I shouldn't say this because I'm going to jinx it, pretty much everything bad that can happen in the cryptocurrency space and technically on the Bitcoin chart and a lot of the altcoin charts has already really happened, to be honest. A lot of the bad news that we could potentially see, a lot of it's already happened. And of course, there is the downtrend on the log scale. I'm not going to bust out that chart and show you guys what I mean on that. You're going to have to watch yesterday's video if you want to see what I mean about that. But we did just break a very important downtrend on the log scale right a couple days ago, which kind of probably caused this little big green candlestick that you saw here. I think there's a lot of hype returning to the market, guys. I think that we are probably going to see a $9,000 break in the next couple of days. If we don't, I think the bottom is behind us. I'm saying I think a lot. I'm not explaining this very well, but you guys understand what I mean. And I hope a lot of people are echoing my sentiment because the market should be recovering. Anyway, guys, I want you guys to tell me what you think in the comments. Is the bottom behind us, or is the bottom a couple days ahead of us? A lot of people are still very bearish on Bitcoin. They think that the bottom is 6,000, 5,000, maybe even something like 3,000. I think the bottom is behind us. I want to know what you guys think. Make sure you tell me in the comment section down below, or join the Discord server. Alright, now that I've rambled on enough about Bitcoin, let's do some brief technical analysis on a bunch of the market leaders here. This is Ethereum over Bitcoin. Sorry, this is Ethereum over US dollars. As you can see, Ethereum over US dollars has had a very nice little run. This is a 50% run from where it bottomed out right around $400, which is exactly where I said it would bottom out, by the way. Right around $400, and as you can see, we've already broken $600, which was an important level of resistance. I think I talked about this in yesterday's video, and it started to break all the way through it. As we can see here, it's already continuing to run up into the $640 range. $600 is a mildly important level. As we can see, there's some trading right around here with it. There's some trading around here with it, and if we scroll back here, there's some trading around here with it. It's not a crazy important level, but it is something to look for. It is something to look out for. If we come on to Ethereum over Bitcoin, though, we can see that there is some very important levels of resistance ahead of us. Here in the 4-hour chart on Ethereum over Bitcoin, we do see that there is an important level here at 7,300 million Satoshi. Sorry, 7,300,000 Satoshis here on the Ethereum over Bitcoin chart. I guess I can't speak now. Here on the Ethereum chart, 7,300,000 Satoshis is going to be an important level of resistance for Ethereum. We tried to get support on here, and then we broke straight through it, and then we're coming up to try and retest it again as resistance rather than support. We have several touches on it here, and if we scroll back here, we're probably going to see some trading around there, and of course we do. We see a lot of trading around it back here. A lot of times, support and resistance levels, they tend to stay the same if the market's kind of just going up and down and not going really bullish or really bearish. Something else to look out for on Ethereum over Bitcoin is that the RSI is very high. The RSI is very high on a lot of these cryptocurrencies. What is more than likely going to happen on Ethereum, in my opinion, is that we're probably going to come up and test this resistance level that I just talked about, and then we're going to come down here and get support on either the 50-day or the 200-day moving average, potentially even back down here around 5,500,000 Satoshis. That's probably what's going to happen, guys. Look out for that. Let's do a little bit of TA on XRP. I'm going to try to get to all these cryptocurrencies. We're kind of running out of time. XRP is very high on the RSI. It's kind of bottomed out here and has tested this little level of 7,100 Satoshis. Yes, 7,100 Satoshis. XRP throws an extra digit in there. There's 9 digits after the decimal instead of 8, so you have to really think about XRP. It's annoying, but as you can see, it has tested this level very strongly right here. This was a level of trading when XRP was mooning up to like $3.50 the other day. Not the other day. Back during December and January, the other day. Anyway, that has been a very important level. As you can see, we're actually trying to get support here on the 50-day moving average on XRP, which is actually an important thing to look at. If we come here back to Bitcoin, a lot of time that happens pretty commonly in Bitcoin's history. As you can see, we got support here. A lot of times after a bear run in Bitcoin, we would get support on the 100-day moving average, then get support again on the 50-day, and then do a bull run. As you can see, that happened here, that happened here, that happened back here, and that happened back here. So this is actually not an uncommon thing to see in cryptocurrency, is getting support on the 50-day moving average, and that's signaling a bull run. So that is something to look out for, guys. If we can get support here on XRP on the 50-day moving average, that'd be very good for XRP. I'm just going to show you Litecoin over Bitcoin, because there's not a whole lot to show you on Litecoin over USD. Litecoin over USD, or Litecoin over Bitcoin, there has been a little cross here on the 50 over 100. There's not a lot to say here. What I'm looking for on Litecoin is it to retrace back here to this 1,500,000 Satoshi level and potentially get support here. We come in here to the 1 hour, or rather let's do the 4 hour. Then we can see there's a lot of trading around that level. Back over here, there's quite a bit of trading right around there. Neo, kind of a similar thing. Neo had a big run up when Ethereum was running up. It's come down here, got very strong support here at 670,000 Satoshis. It's having a little half-hearted attempt to get a recovery. We'll see what happens here. I think that it's probably going to get support on the 50-day, as XRP is probably going to. That's a very important thing to look out for, is getting support on the 50-day. It's an important moving average, guys. Let's look at EOS, because EOS is in a very interesting position here. EOS has an important uptrend here on EOS over Bitcoin. We have 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4 touch. You could argue that's 4. And then 5 right here. And as you can see, we're about to hit, well, we are actually testing a double top right here, right around 130,000 Satoshis. This is an important thing to look out for. EOS has been doing really, really, really well over the last couple of days, last couple of weeks, in fact, which is why it's so far up here on CoinMarketCap. It's number 5 on CoinMarketCap right now. EOS has moved very, very far. It's really outstripped Neo, which is one of its big competitors. We're going to see how EOS continues to do. Hopefully it'll break through this. I know my portfolio has been doing pretty well because I hold quite a bit of EOS. I'm a big fan of the project. I have videos on that if you guys want to check out the channel and look and learn what EOS is, and also learn where I think EOS is probably going to go in the year of 2018. Let's look at ADA, and then we're going to wrap this video up. ADA isn't doing a whole lot. It's very overextended on the RSI on the day chart right now. That's something to keep in mind. We're getting resistance at the 100-day moving average, which isn't great. What I'm expecting to see ADA do is probably come back and either test this level of support here at the 50-day moving average, or this pretty strong level of support down here at 1900 to 2,000 Satoshis. Anyway, guys, I have rambled on quite enough. Hopefully, I gave you guys some technical analysis on some coins that you were looking at and that you were looking to trade. I know I normally focus on Bitcoin. And guys, I think you guys may be getting tired of me talking about Bitcoin literally every single video, so I decided to mix it up a little bit and throw in some technical analysis on some of the other big leaders in the altcoin space, because I know a lot of you guys, and probably all of you guys, don't just trade Bitcoin, you guys trade the altcoins. So hopefully that technical analysis on some of the altcoins has helped you. But guys, I want to know what you guys think about the market. I want to know what you think about Bitcoin breaking $9,000. Do you think it's going to happen soon? Do you think that we're going to retrace all the way back down to like 6,000, 7,000, 3,000, 0? What do you guys think is going to happen on Bitcoin? Also, I want you guys to tell me what you think on EOS. Do you think EOS is going to break this double top? Do you think it's going to form a double top and then go into a triangle consolidation pattern like Ethereum did back in 2017? That was something that we saw in 2017 on Ethereum, was we saw a very similar pattern to EOS. As you can see, we had 2 tops, and then we had an uptrend, and we formed a consolidation pattern that we broke out of and made a ton of money on. I know I made a bunch of money on this trade. Well, actually, I didn't trade this, but a lot of people did. Do you think that's going to happen on EOS? I want you guys to tell me what you think about the market in general in the comment section down below. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.